Hey, it's Michelangelo Caruso with an important management tip of the week. This one's especially good because everyone has critics. And the more high profile you are as a manager, the more attention you're getting from your boss and from other people at the company, maybe even from the media, people will start throwing stones at you. It's just natural, I guess, that people talk bad about you as you become more successful. So I want to give you some tips on how to deal with critics. The first thing you have to remember is to not be defensive. In fact, if you can put your ego aside while you're hearing the trash talk, one of the best ways to respond to critics is to thank them for their constructive comments. And you nod your head and smile. I've actually sent thank you cards to people who are critical of me because without them, first of all, I wouldn't be the speaker and writer that I am today. I need constructive comments in order to improve, even if they're unsolicited. So I do thank them for their comments. But the other thing is, these kinds of things make us stronger. This is a form of confrontation. We're confronting ourselves. Am I really like that? We're confronting them. How can I help you? Is this something that is bothering you that I can adjust for you and help you with something? So this is important that we try to show that type of reciprocity to people. They think they've done us a favor of some kind. We need to give them a favor perhaps as well. You know, one time I thought in my early days, this is before I had any books or any products at all, I came up with this phrase in my head, shift happens, S-H-I-F-T, a play on the other word, right? Shift happens. And I printed these buttons, and they were my first product, and I was going to sell them for, $1, and get some seed money to publish books and that sort of thing. Well, I had them out. I took delivery on 1,000 of them, right? And I put them on the website in my online store. And I got an email about 2 weeks later from a guy here in Chicago, and he says, that I own that phrase. He says, I've trademarked that phrase. He was all over me, very critical. And he says, you can't take that phrase from me. I'll sue you. And he was very, very harsh in the email. And I called him. His phone number was at the bottom, and I called him to thank him for his comments. And boy, did that take the wind out of his sails. This guy that seemed like a dragon coming out of my computer was actually a pretty nice guy. I was scheduled to come to Chicago to speak in the next 2 weeks, and I asked him if it would be okay if I came and took him to lunch. He said yes. We now have a good friendship. He's a good guy. And this is one of the things that can happen if you don't get too defensive when people are critical. Remember, no one can undo your deeds with something they say. If you're a good person and you're doing the right thing, all the trash talk in the world can't take you down. My name is Michelangelo Caruso. I'll never be critical of you. More at my blog at mymanagersnetwork.com.